presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And welcome into the Arctic Edge Arena in Edmond, Oklahoma, site of a finale for the Twister Roller Derby, and we're going to call it the Home Team Championship. And we've got two bouts coming to you live here at the Arctic Edge Arena. We want to thank you for joining us, and for those who are going to be up on Facebook Live here shortly and then on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also see all of the other Twister Derby, Roller Derby in action for this past summer. We've been here for several of the features, and we're going to have a closeout tonight. Should be a fun night tonight, and we've got a special guest, as we always do, special guests that will be joining us, and we want to make sure that you download our app, because then that way you'll know what we're doing. You'll have easy access to it. It's on Apple and Android devices. Just search the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's free to download and free to watch. And then also, as we mentioned, the YouTube channel. Follow us on all of our social media platforms as well. Where you live. Where do you live socially? Is it on Facebook? Is it on Instagram? Is it on X or even TikTok? We are there. So let's introduce to you our special guest announcer. And I always said, this went from last year, I always pick names, and we're going to talk about names and how you get your names. I always was intrigued by yours because I like the play on words and puns. So you are?
I am Trangela Lansbury.
Okay, and then what made you come up with that name?
Well, like you, as we were talking about earlier, I really love a good play on words.
Right.
And being a transgender woman myself, I just decided to add a TR to the name Angela Lansbury.
Okay,
because
right.
I'm transgender Angela. My first name is also Angela.
Oh, okay, well,
so
that works out well.
I am transgender Angela together.
Okay, there you go. So it's a marriage that meets really quick. Well, I didn't know if you were a fan of the Angela Lansbury, the whole
Very
series
much.
of that. Okay.
And that's where Angela Lansbury, she was
Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote,
Yeah.
and Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and
Okay.
she was just, and in Hollywood, she was a wonderful ally to the LGBT community back in the 50s, back in the 40s, back like before it was a thing to be an ally.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just kind of an icon, and I love her to death. Rest in peace. And she is my namesake. So,
Will, and we've got several. Now, talk about the excitement of tonight, because there's a lot of bragging rights on the arena and the rink tonight, and talk about what's on the line in these matches.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great night of roller derby. Our first game is going to feature the Outlaws versus Wolfpack. It's our two teams. The third team, the team I'm on, is the Lightning Quads. They'll be playing in the second game. This first game is going to be a play-in game for the championship.
Okay.
These two teams, I believe the Wolfpack is 0-2 in home team play, and I believe the Outlaws are 1-1 in home team play. The winner of this game will go face my team, which went 2-0 in home team play during the regular season, and then we're going to battle it out to see who's the top dog in the league.
And tell me how much, because I know that you guys very competitive, how much it means to win that, because then you can't decide it for another year. So, I mean,
absolutely.
How much do you guys rib the other ones for the win?
Well, there's always a little good-natured ribbing in practice, and I'm sure that this is going to, if, whoever comes out on top tonight is definitely going to be able to be holding that over everybody else's head for the rest of the year.
Well, I noticed, too, that it seems, and I know that there's always makeup and get up, and, there's things that are put on, but I've seen a little bit more today. It's like more of featuring themselves in makeup and all kinds of stuff. Was there something to that, like one got a mustache on one that, that's like they put on? So I think they're having fun with it. Anything to that they decided to get up a little bit more than in usual than with competition?
Well, since this whole evening is featuring our home teams, and normally we have a travel team game prior to the home team games, and so with travel teams, there's not quite as much of the the fanfare and the different makeup and all that and all the different get-ups. It's more of like a, let's go play derby and go win this bout. It's a lot more fun oriented and go express yourself oriented at our home teams. And so since it's just home teams tonight, a lot of people decided they'd go the extra mile and do something extra fun.
Well, I see that we're on camera for the Outlaws. They're in there like a green or that lime. And then I don't know much about the Wolfpack. So what can you tell me about the Wolfpack?
Wolfpack has some really solid skaters on it. Let's see who we got out there. Let me see my
roster there.
Here we see my roster here. That'll be a little easier. Okay, so yeah, we've got some really great. E-Bomb is one of our number one blockers. She is an absolute stalwart out there on the track. She's an amazing skater. She is amazing at, if we get our emotions run a little too high, a little too low. She's really good at being that like calming factor, and really good at keeping her pack together out on the track. She's really amazing at that. We got Trenchtown Rockette, who, let me tell you, taking a hit from Trench. There is no part of that that's fun.
I gotcha.
But yeah, we got just really great skaters up and down. One of the fun things.
So I'm going to put you on the spot then. Who are you thinking has got the lead of who's going to win this match?
Ooh, let's see. That's a good question. Let's see. We've got. I think it's going to be a close one.
Okay.
But I am probably going to go with. Where is my? I don't see. You know what? I don't see my.
Well, you're cheating because you're looking at all who the big players are.
Yeah, I'll just look down there. Let's see. We got Jambi over there. Oh, you know what? I am going to go with. I've got a good feeling about the Outlaws tonight.
Okay, Outlaws tonight. So they'll be in the green, and we know that the Wolfpack is in blue, and they're kind of skating around after get their little introductions out. Want to thank Orange Theory Fitness. Is a 1-hour full-body group workout focusing on heart rate-based training. Their workout is backed by science and tracked using the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches. With over 1,500 locations across the U.S., you're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more info. I want to thank you for everyone who make this derby happen. One of the Victory All-Star squad you're kind of seeing right there on your screen, and the Wolfpack and who that's all made up of. And then the Outlaws right there as well. And so this is for bragging rights. A great opportunity for you to be a part of that as well. Want to thank all of our Humankind sponsors, because without them, this broadcast would not be possible. Tonight's live stream is brought to you by our wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services, family of restaurants and bars, including Picasso Cafe, Sauce by the Slice, Frida Southwest, The Other Room, and Flamingo Tiki, all of which are conveniently located in Oklahoma City's district. You won't find a better family of restaurants anywhere in the state of Oklahoma. Go visit our friends at Humankind Hospitality, where we're all humankind serving humankind. So we get ready for our first bout after their introductions. Of course, find sponsors with Orange Theory Fitness right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network, and we're live at the Arctic Edge Arena in Edmond, Oklahoma, and site of this last of the year and last of the bragging rights for the Derby. And the Twister Derby, Roller Derby. formerly the Victory Dolls from long ago. So they've been around for a while, and we kind of talked a little bit about the history of roller derby. And if you're familiar with watching like Happy Days when you thought back in the 50s, and then there was a resurgence a little bit, and then there's been a good pickup. And I know that we represent Southwest Oklahoma as well, and there's the 580, the group down there in Lawton, and there's a group up in Tulsa as well. And so there's regionals that are set up between the teams. But I know that it really took it on the chin in COVID 2020 because indoor arena, stuff like this was just impossible. And so then to get kind of your legs under you, your skates under you, 4 years later is in a pretty good position right now.
Yeah, they really came back. I was not a part of this team or even playing derby before COVID, so it was one of the first things that I went out and did and started learning how to do right after, everything opened back up. And there's been a lot of work put into getting this league back up on its feet and getting the ball rolling again. It's been a lot of hard work, but very much worth it.
All right, so we're waiting for the whistle, and we've got that and ready to start.
It looks like we got E-Bomb and Childish Gambino out there to start as jammers. So we're getting a big push from Jambi right now, and Jambi is out on lead.
We always kind of like to keep track, and we had to learn this, that a lot of people want to know the jockeying for position without.
Oh, wow. That was a spectacular
jump through.
Spectacular apex jump there by Childish Gambino. She is amazing. She is such a fantastic athlete, and that's one of the things that she does best is just absolutely fly. You just see her there just being so strong, getting that call off real quick.
That's the thing is, too, we're going to step in here and talk about what a call-off is and why would you do it, and it's really for points. So talk a little bit about the strategy of calling off the jam.
Sure. So obviously, whenever you pass people, you're getting your points after you get your first initial pass. So the idea behind calling a jam before it's over is just preventing the other team from having an opportunity. So if you get around, get through, get those points real quickly, and then call that jam off before the other jammer even has an opportunity to get around to that pack, you're just saving your team points. And so what you do, there's a few different strategic things that you want to do when you're deciding whether or not you want to call it. Do you have anybody in the box? Is their jammer out on the on their initial yet? Because if they're still on their initial, you don't want to call it off yet. So there's a few different situations where you want to call it off real quick just to save some of those points. And usually it's the coaches that are screaming at us from the sideline to be like, go ahead and call that off.
I'm wondering, too, about how much in a position that you have to think, because like you just mentioned a lot of stuff that goes into it. Do you just really skate and just do your part and not really worry about all of the intricate details of that?
Personally, as a jammer, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
My brain doesn't really function real well when I'm jamming. It just tells me to go. I think part of that is because this is only my second year playing the sport. There are a lot of our skaters who have been playing for longer who really, they're able to kind of keep that brain engaged a little bit better. I'm still floundering out there a little bit mentally sometimes, but there really is a lot that goes into that strategy. It looks like we've got Jambi and E-Bomb back out there again. Jambi, whew, look at that
big pile up right there.
Jambi is so strong. We got E-Bomb out. Oh, actually, it looks like we're going to have a power jam for the Outlaws here. E-Bomb looks like got a cut track. So E-Bomb is going to spend a little time in the no-no box. Looks like the Outlaws trying to give Jambi a little offense there. Ooh. Good attempt at an apex jump, didn't quite make it. Nice quick recycle though, and she's already back through. Ooh, we've got another penalty on E-Bomb, this time a back block.
And as you can see, Outlaws are really racking up the points, 24-0 the score on the get-go. So really racking up what they needed to start.
These roller derby tends to be a game, sometimes how basketball is a game of runs.
Yeah.
Roller derby can very much feel like a game of runs sometimes. Sometimes you're scoring points in bunches, and then you may not score any points for a couple of jams, and then you might score them in bunches again. It can be very streaky, and sometimes these early leads aren't really all that safe.
Yeah, well, we've experienced that too. We've seen it where leads can dwindle and you can get your points in a hurry, and so.
A big 20-point jam for Childish Gambino there.
Glad you could join us at the Arctic Edge Arena in Edmond, Oklahoma, site of the final finale of the Twister Derby Roller Derby. Really, it's the home team championship. So the winner here will face off next the next series, I guess.
The winner of this game will, yes, the next game this evening will be the winner of this game versus the Lightning Quads.
Lightning Quads, okay.
You know, an aerial assault out there on lead. Big lead for Ariel. Looks like we've still got Jinx back there. And there's a star pass to Lord Farquaad.
I'd say outside of your name, what is your favorite name that you've seen or come across? And it didn't even have to be here. That's just, wow, how did they come up with that? I wished I would have thought of that.
Oh, gosh, there are so many. There's so many good ones that it's almost difficult
to pick a favorite.
To pick a favorite.
Yeah, I got you. Well, what comes to mind?
Oh, let's see. There's coming up with one out of thin air is tough.
Yeah, that's okay.
There's a few. I mean,
you can think
some
on
this team. Yeah, let me think on it. I'll get back to you. But there really are. There's some really clever names out there. Oh, and an immediate star pass to Malcolm out there. Or sorry, that's his street name. That's Casper out there getting it done for Wolfpack. It looks like with
suppose you gotta remember to get that straight because of what the name is in here and what someone else's real name is.
Oh yeah, there's making sure you're getting the right name called can sometimes be a little confusing with everybody, but looks like we're gonna have, with that immediate star pass, I think we're gonna have a 2-minute jam on this one. Crypto right there with a fantastic apex jump. Crypto is through for another 4 points for the Outlaws. Outlaws defense doing a fantastic job on Casper right now. It's a very strong Outlaws defensive pack right now.
You know, it's so tight in there about all the fitting I was watching during the warm-ups about how you set yourself up for that block like they're doing right now to make sure that the jammer isn't getting around to score the points.
Absolutely, yeah. There's they really it's really important, and we really focus on as a team. Our blockers really focus on trying to stay together as much as you can, because it's, as a jammer, I can tell you it's a lot harder to get around 4 people than it is to get around 4 people one at a time.
Yeah, that's true.
And so making sure everybody is staying together and prepping as that jammer is coming around is very, very important. One of the things that we do, each one of the packs out there has what we call a pack boss, and it's kind of like your captain on the track that'll just kind of is directing where to go, almost like a quarterback as a field general on a football field.
Right.
That's what our pack boss is.
Our clock has stopped, so I think is this a discussion, or it's not a timeout? Is this for a call? Is it an official?
Looks like an official
review?
timeout. I do not know what the official. This may just be maybe double checking to make sure that they got all the points counted.
Okay, now I think they're going to start. Eating is a community experience, and that's exactly what you'll find at Picasso Cafe. For a delicious eclectic menu, and a wonderful staff. Make your family with every time that you visit. So go see our friends at Picasso Cafe, a member of the Humankind Hospitality family of restaurants.
It's like a good battle right now going on there in the back between Charlie Bravo and Whip Sass. It's been a lot of fun watching Whip this season. Last year she was a blocker, and before speaking of Whip, it looks like she might have gotten something to the face there. I think they're going to have to call it off for some kind of an injury.
Bloody nose, maybe.
Bloody nose, looking like she may have had a tooth knocked out.
I see that she's going to her mouth. So yeah. It's unfortunate, and we talk about how physical the sport is, and so, even though you're padded and trying to do everything you can, there's still going to be injuries, there's still going to be stuff.
There are a lot of injuries in roller derby. A lot of lower leg injuries happen, a lot of impact injuries. I actually, when our All-Star team went to regionals down in Texas earlier this year, we were playing the highest ranked team in our region, and it was a very difficult game, and I actually got to get up close and personal with the girl who won the one MVP blocker for the whole tournament, as she split my lip open and sent me to the hospital for 7 stitches.
Wow.
So it was it's a very, very physical sport. I have played a lot of sports in my life, and the physicality in this sport is right up there with football. We got a 4-4 jam there between E-Bomb and Childish Gambino.
Got about 18 minutes left of the first half, and then we'll have intermission in the second half. Winner will advance, try to get the home crown, as they would say, I guess, to get the championship.
Absolutely. The home team's crown is big for bragging rights the next few months, for sure.
Yeah, we talked about seasons too. As you know, you've got a couple of, this kind of goes all the time, and then staying in training, and we talk about having to stay in shape. That's another thing too.
Absolutely. For our all-star team that's really going out and playing some of the higher level opponents, the training is really a year-round type deal. of course, we'll take some rests here and there, but for the most part, it is even when you're not on the track, you're in the gym trying to get stronger, trying to get faster, and doing everything you can to just make the team better. Some great footwork there by, almost actually. Looks like Murky Dismal's going over to the penalty box over there with Lord Farquaad. It looks like we got another penalty. We're on Susie Staples. Goodness, that's easy for you to say. Susie Staples. Gonna go spend some time in the box. One of the fun things about home team play is it allows our league the chance to showcase some of our newer skaters. The ones that aren't necessarily on traveling team yet, maybe they just got into the sport. It's a way for them to be able to go out and have a lot of fun, and then for everybody else to see that, anybody can come out and play the sport with us. We love to see new faces out at practice. We love to see new faces out there. And these home team games are how we allow all those new faces to go out and really participate and have a lot of fun and get some good competition in instead of just seeing each other in practice every day.
We talked about that too, about inviting people to come out, experience it. Some people have never been on skates before and take you through the process. So it's not like sink or swim. You actually get information needed and how to play and work your way up. That's why you have the different leagues or different teams for the leagues that you're in.
Absolutely. And honestly, one of the greatest things about this league is our new recruits class. Number 8 out there for the Outlaws right now, Sharpie Markham, runs our new recruits class, and they are just wonderful. And they are such a perfect person to foster that love for a new sport in people. And they really they do such a great job of teaching and taking people from literally never having put on a set of skates in their life to being high-level derby players.
It's great. And, in different age groups. I've seen, people that have done this for a while. It's not just a young person's game, so to speak. And
oh, absolutely. When we, if you count our youth league that's associated with us, the Dust Devils, we've got kids that are as young as, I believe, 9 or 10. They can be as young as 7. And then I know we've got skaters that are over 50.
Wow.
So it's a sport that, as long as you're willing to come out and hit, we'll play with you.
Right. Physical aspect of it.
A couple of strong, tough walls here for Jinx and Casper.
I wonder if the howling is for the Wolfpack, I guess, right? Is that what it indicates?
Do believe that is some Wolfpack fans going after it. Ooh, big hit from Lord. What a fantastic hit, getting Casper after he already thought he was out. He thought he was safe and had another thing coming. Jinx coming back around for a scoring pass. Jinx is one of our newer skaters who has really been a lot of fun to watch this season as she has grown as a skater. She really has come a long way, as have so many of our newer skaters. It's been a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite parts about Derby is seeing the newbies as they learn the little light switches in their brain, turn on, and
a lot to get to know to put this together.
Absolutely.
Orange Theory Fitness, 1 hour full body group workout focusing on heart rate based training. Their workout is backed by science and tracked by using the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches. With over 1,500 locations across the U.S., you're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more info. This could be a timeout here, I think. And if it is, we are going to take a timeout with them, and we'll be back. More roller derby action here at the Arctic Edge Arena right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Well, back from the timeout, Arctic Edge Arena here in Edmond, Oklahoma. Site of a big showdown here with the roller derby bragging for the home championship here for Twister City.
Some great footwork there by Childish Gambino. Looks like the Outlaws are coming up to give Jambi a little help offensively there. Now we've got Casper coming around after being released from the penalty box. The 4 points for Jambi there as she has a little apex jump. And then looks like they got the star out to the pivot with E-Bomb for the Wolfpack. And a quick call there from Jambi.
It's back to the strategy there of the.
Absolutely. There's a lot of strategy that goes into that to the star passes as well. And for those of you who don't know what a star pass is, if a jammer is having trouble getting out, or they just need to get the star out quickly to get the other team to do a quick call off, the skater with the stripe on their helmet can actually receive the star from the jammer, and that makes them the jammer and the scoring player moving forward for the rest of that jam. And it's a strategy that's used to help limit the number of points the other team is scoring. And so defensively, if someone is attempting to make a star pass, it forces you to guard two people until that star pass is made, because either one of them will be able to get out and score points until the pass has actually been made. You go Wrecking Hall, almost getting out away from that pack. Hall is another one of our new skaters. She's only been skating with us for a few months at this point and has already been doing so well. Okay, Whip Sass coming through. Glad to see her back on the track doing all right. Some good offense there by the Outlaws. Let Whip Sass through. Okay, and it looks like the Outlaws are going to freeze that jammer in the box so that they get a power jam start this time.
So the strategy of the points. As you can see, it's a 77-26 lead for the Outlaws over the Wolfpack, trying to advance to the finals, which will be in the second match of this contest.
It's like the officials need to talk things over for just a second, make sure we've got everything. Everyone on the same page.
A little bit of timeout themselves. Broadcast being brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. It's a 1-hour full-body group workout focusing on heart rate-based training. They've got a table set up here as well. If you're going to be in the area, you can ask them any questions. Their workout is backed by science and tracked using the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals when you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more info.
All right, we've got a quick lead gain by Lord there.
Oh,
fantastic.
Slipped by them all.
Fantastic move. It is wonderful seeing Lord jam again. She suffered a really rough injury earlier this year and had to miss most of the season. And seeing her back out there doing what she does best, which is amazing footwork, it really makes my heart happy because she's an awesome skater and an awesome human, and it's really great to have her out there. Some fancy footwork by Ebom there, getting out of their initial there on her scoring pass. It's going to call it off. Okay, big 16-point jam from Lord on that one. Looks like we're going to have aerial assault out on the next one.
May get over the 100 mark here shortly at 95-26. And in the triple digits in the scoring for the Outlaws.
It looks like they will probably get there before halftime, for sure. And it looks like we've got a team timeout right now. I think the Outlaws have called a timeout.
Okay, so as they take a timeout, we want to building the community, building roller derby. That's what Twister City's all about. You can see the Victory All-Star squad there up on your screen, and then also for Wolfpack, and then, of course, the Outlaws. I want to thank our fine sponsors that make this thing possible. From Humankind, tonight's live stream is brought to you by our wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services, a family of restaurants and bars, including the Picasso Cafe, Sauce by the Slice, Frida Southwest, the Other Room, and Flamingo Tiki, all of which conveniently located here in the Peso District. You won't find a better family of restaurants anywhere in the state of Oklahoma. Go visit our friends at Humankind Hospitality, where we're all humankind serving humankind. Back here at the Arctic Edge Arena, Edmond, Oklahoma. After this match, we'll have the winner of this advance, and you'll be a part of the second go around? You're going to be representing on the rink there.
I will. I'm going to be representing the Lightning Quads. Very excited to see who I'm going to get to face later this evening. It's been a great season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
How much time off until you start back again? Because I mean, these seasons kind of running together.
Well, we've still got a couple of away games. Our Victory All-Star squad has an away game down in Texas next weekend, actually, and then I believe the first weekend of October, our Tornado Alley team will be taking on their last opponent, and I don't know who Tornado Alley is playing, but I believe it's the last week in October, and then we will probably take a break until the first of the year. Usually we have about a month and a half to 2 months off for our off season where we're not doing any practicing at all.
But then you're probably still in training though, right? I mean, you're still kind of, it's like a nonstop kind of dedication when it comes to training, right?
Absolutely. 4 or 5 or 6 days a week. Usually find myself in the gym, working on the whole body from getting stronger to that endurance, which
that's a big thing because you're skating all this time,
That is the big thing. If anybody out there is interested in getting in roller derby and you want to kind of prepare yourself for playing, get your endurance in order because that is what this game is. It's basically a big old endurance drill. See Sheer and Jambi showing one another a little love out there. That's always nice to see. It's one of the fun things about these home team games is when you play other teams, things can get real tense and there's not necessarily a lot of camaraderie that happens with the other team. But when you're playing your league mates, you can have a lot of fun with each other out there on the track.
Right.
Whip Sass out real quickly. Nice little move there on the line. Good footwork. Let's see what she can do this time around. Looks like we've got aerial assault back there, still working behind on her initial. She's got the cover off, might be looking for a cover pass. Okay, now Susie Staples has the star. She has a star pass there. Successful star pass. Going to try to get Susie out. Whip is out there putting in some good work. Sass is really doing a great job this jam. They can't seem to find a way to contain her. She's almost skating laps at this point. She's doing a great job, some great footwork she's doing out there. Right, we got a whole full 2 minute jam on that one.
Big comfortable lead for the Outlaws, 119-26 with a minute 24 remaining on the regulation clock and see if they'll get through this last jam.
Let's see who we've got. Crypto and Casper out there as our jammers. Crypto is one of our guys that he's an amazing skater. He's a lot of fun to skate with. Very, very skilled. And so fast. He's so fast. Looks like we've got a little bit of a slick track out there today, though. Some of those skates kind of looks like they're slipping a little bit in the apex. It can make it a little tough on a jammer when that's happening. Ooh, looks like we actually had Wolfpack sneak out a couple of points there and win that jam 2-0 with Outlaws having the lead. It's a good job there by E-Bomb sneaking in there and getting those 2 points. E-Bomb is one of those players for Twister City, and tonight the Wolfpack. That is, she's kind of like the Swiss Army knife of skaters. She can jam for us. She can pivot. She can be a lockdown blocker. She really can do it all.
It's what you need, versatility. It's someone that can do it all on the rink. Should be the last jam for the first half of regulation.
Okay. Aerial assault out very quickly on that lead for the lead jam. And now we've got the pack moving. Well, I'll tell you, as a jammer, when that pack really gets moving, it can be very disheartening because you just want them to stop so they'll come back to you. Great job there by Ariel, getting that quick call off after getting her points.
That
nice
will end that
jam.
part. So we'll have a 15-minute intermission, and then we'll have second half action. Of course, winner will advance. You're watching the roller derby and the home team championship, brought to you in part by Orange Theory Fitness. It's a 1-hour full-body group workout focusing on heart rate-based training. Workout is backed by science and tracked using the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more information. And tonight's live stream is brought to you by the wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services, family of restaurants and bars, including Picasso Cafe, Sauce by the Slice, Frida Southwest, The Other Room, Flamingo Tiki. Go visit our friends at Humankind Hospitality, where all are humankind serving humankind. And come hang out at the Twister City Skaters at the official after-party headquarters, Sauce by the Slice. Located there, Sauce is a pizzeria and cafe. Prides itself in using nothing but the best ingredients in all its dishes. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Sauce has you covered. A member of the Humankind Hospitality restaurant family. So we are going to take a brief little intermission, as they do, as the clock will continue at about the 13-minute mark, and we'll be back to action right after this. You're watching Twister Derby Roller Derby at the Arctic Edge Arena right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Well, welcome back to the Arctic Edge Arena. I think they got a little bit of halftime intermission. I don't know if it's like, remember the Chuck-a-Duck or whatever you want to be able to call that. They're going to try to get it in that little pink, I guess, win a prize. But we are at the half and the intermission where the Outlaws lead 119-32. The second half action going to be coming up here shortly here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Tonight's live stream brought to you by the wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services. Go visit the friends at Humankind Hospitality, where we're all humankind serving humankind. Orange Theory Fitness, 1 hour, full body, focuses on heart rate. Workout is backed by science and tracked by using the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. Closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more information. We got the intermission there for the kids, and they're excited to pick up all of that. And so we've got about 7 minutes left to go for intermission. And we'll continue with the second half action with the Outlaws and the Wolfpack as Twister City Roller Derby continues right here. And you can download the app. If you have not, on Apple and Android devices, just search the Oklahoma Sports Network. Free to download, free to watch. As we teased a little bit of the football season coming up, we got 12 teams on the network, plus OSN1, where you're watching this presentation. OSN1 gives you an opportunity for other sporting events because sports is our middle name. You can also download us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. For those on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow. You can check us out on Facebook and then know what we're going to have next for a presentation, because you'll keep up to date with our sporting events. And then also, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on X, you can like us and follow us there as well. Appreciate you tuning in tonight for another presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
All right, back here at the Arctic Edge Arena, home of Twister City. In fact, you can see them in their season long and their debut of all of what they bring to us. And we get the final 25 seconds to start second half action where the Outlaws lead 119-32. Trying to punch their ticket to play the Lightning Quads, which is in warm-up. And you're set to go down there and join the team and try to get a win.
Absolutely. This is going to be not going to be an easy game, whoever we play. Right now it looks like it's probably going to be the Outlaws. They've got some.
And that's what your prediction was. But I will say this. I mean, the advantage is Outlaws have been skating the whole time, and Lightning Quads have rested. So a little bit of – when you talk about stamina and you talk about, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to skate doubles, and do that. And so you're not unfamiliar with it.
No, usually, actually, I normally do skate in both events in a night. This is kind of a fun night because I do get to take a break for one of the games and actually come up here and hang out with you tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see it being an advantage early on for the Outlaws as they're going to be warm and ready to go. And then potentially being a bit of an advantage towards the end of the game for the Lightning Quads as we'll only have played in one game. So it'll be interesting to see how it works. Okay, we got a little Crypto versus E-Bomb here. Right, looks like we're going to have a power jam for the Wolfpack as Crypto goes to the box. Looks like E-Bomb got just pushed out. And E-Bomb's going to go ahead and call that jam, get Crypto frozen in the box, and get that Wolfpack hopefully off to a quick start, being able to provide a little offense for their jammer here. Good offense there by E-Bomb. Some good defense out front by Lord, though, helping keep Ariel in. And Ariel's got lead. Okay. Crypto's out of the box now on past his initial. Ooh, and Ariel's gonna call that off while she is sliding out of bounds. And as the jam is ending there, it looks like we're gonna have potentially a high block on Lord. So Lord's gonna start this jam in the box, and Wolfpack is gonna have a pack advantage here. Okay, we've got Crypto out there on lead. Looks like Wolfpack still working to get out with Casper as the jammer. Looks like Casper's trying to get that star pass completed. See Lord Farquaad with a big hit from Casper right there. But Lord Farquaad and Baja Blaster there just doing a great job out front. And some fancy footwork after the star pass to get out. Crypto's going to call that jam off.
City Bites, looking for a deli with the freshest, most delicious ingredients in Oklahoma City. Look no further than our friends at City Bites. Between the mouth-watering sandwiches and the friendly staff, it's no wonder that City Bites in Oklahoma City's #1 sandwich deli. Visit them in store or order online today.
A good push here by Whip. Tough defense out front here by Charlie Bravo. Definitely making Whip's life hard. Some tough defense from both teams this jam. Still no lead. There we go. Finally got a lead jammer about a minute into the jam. Aerial Assault now coming around for her scoring pass. Some fancy footwork on the line there by Aerial Assault. Good job keeping her skates in. Looks like Whip Sass is finally out of their initial. And is Ariel going to try to sneak a couple of more points here before she calls it? Okay, we got that quick call. Looks like each team got 1 point on that last pass. So we're going to get to see some Childish Gambino blocking, which is a fun treat we don't get to see too often. She's normally back there jamming her heart out. But she's a tough blocker as well. Wolfpack has really picked up some speed here. Got a quick call off by Crypto, sneaking that 1 point in there, calling it off before the Wolfpack can get any of their points. Good call off by Crypto there.
128-44 Outlaw advantage with about 22 minutes to go in regulation. The winner will advance for the championship as the next feature event after a brief intermission.
Got Ariel out there against Jinx this jam. There you go, Jinx out on a real quick first pass. Now coming around for points after she got out on that initial. And Casper is on her heels. She's going to try to get those points and see if she can get a call off before Casper is able to get any points on his end. And a great call off. One of the fun parts about these home team matchups is you do get to see skaters do some things that they don't normally do. It allows us to kind of be in a situation where we don't need to feel so pigeonholed where you just have to jam or you just have to block. It allows us to kind of branch out and kind of do a little bit of everything out there. E-Bomb getting out real quick, but Lord Farquaad on her tail, not giving her much room to work with here. Looks like Lord is doing everything she can to catch up too. Okay, it looks like Lord Farquaad's going to sneak 3 points on that one to E-Bomb's 2 points. This is a good job by Lord. Hustling out. Sometimes something that gets overlooked by people sometimes. Getting out and getting lead is very, very important, but it's just as important that even if you don't have lead, that you do everything you can to go ahead and get out as quickly as possible, because when you do that and things work out well, you can do what Lord did right there, and even though you don't necessarily have lead on the jam, you can still win that jam. And anytime you can win a jam and not have lead, it's a big victory. Looks like Murky Dismal's going to have some time in the penalty box there. As Whip gets out. Like Ariel has taken the star off, looking for the star pass. Great defense by the Outlaws so far. Okay, and the pivot for Wolfpack. Susie Staples looks like she's going to the box, and there won't be a star pass. Good defense there by Charlie Bravo.
So under the 20-minute mark here in the second half, where the Outlaws led from the beginning, have not let up.
They have been very strong right from the get-go. Ooh, some real fancy footwork tried there by Crypto. Didn't work the first time, but on that quick recycle, he gets out, gets lead. With E-Bomb not far behind, right, really nipping at his heels here. little jammer on jammer action there as E-Bomb gives Crypto a little nudge there out of bounds right at the end of the jam.
Little friendly fire, as they would say. You know each other. Little frustrations come out at times. It's competition. You all know each other, practice with each other, get all that taken care of. I want to thank Orange Theory Fitness. They're the 1 hour full body group focusing on heart rate based training. Heart workout is based on science with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com for more information.
So we got Kat Von Doom out there taking the star for Wolfpack, getting lead
Kat
too.
Van Doom. I like that. Another unique name.
Yeah, another real good one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you asked me about names earlier. If I would have to pick one on the team, I think Wrecking Hall is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Her name's Holly. She decided she wanted her derby name to be Wrecking Hall, and I think it's perfect.
Sure.
It's perfect for her. She hits very hard, so she does come in like a Wrecking Hall.
All right, that's right.
Great job there by Kat.
These matches are up on archive on the network for 1 full year. Also, it'll be on Facebook for a while and then YouTube forever. So if you ever want to watch these again, you can watch it in its entirety. We're live from the Arctic Edge in Edmond, Oklahoma, part of the Twister City, and this is their home away from home. I know this is a rink that's used. There's 2 rinks. We're in the back arena, and they'll ice this one down after you guys get finished, and you'll use those 2 rinks.
Yes, I
for
actually.
hockey.
This is our last event here, so I believe they are going to be icing this rink back up.
Yeah.
Probably this week or the week after. It won't be too long.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of hockey kids playing next door that were out in the parking lot, and they may even be coming over tonight. I heard that they were running around, and they were like, "Oh wow, roller derby! We're gonna have to go look at that." So, a lot of stuff going on out here at Arctic Edge today.
Twister City wants a big thank you to everyone in support. Victory All-Star Squad. We're going to get to see them as well as what we're seeing right now with Wolfpack and the Outlaws. And Outlaws look to advance to take on the Lightning Quads in the second of our featured events right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Who are we? It looks like we're going to have a power start for the Outlaws here with Kat in the box. Looks like they may have gotten her for a penalty right at the end of that last jam. So Crypto is going to have a full 30 seconds to work with him as the only jammer out there on the track. Can really be a big advantage for a team.
Talked about all the volunteers that take advantage, this to perform, and you want to thank all those. There's so much support that comes into making these events happen, and look how many officials are out here too. Officials that are on the rink skating. It takes a lot of eyes to make sure of what's going on.
Absolutely, there's a lot of bodies flying around in there, and between having to make sure everybody's skates are in bounds and everybody's hitting legally. You need a lot of eyes out there, and each and every one of those officials you see out there tonight is a volunteer, and we absolutely could not function without those volunteers. From our skating officials who you see wearing stripes, to our non-skating officials who you'll see out there pretty much in all black. They're all officials. Every last one of those positions is unbelievably important for running a bout. And we can't thank them enough for coming and doing that service for us, and really allowing us doing what needs to be done to allow us to play this amazing sport and have a wonderful time. So really and truly, we cannot show enough love to our skating and non-skating officials.
So after that little stoppage of time, getting everything sorted out, I think we're ready to start back up.
Okay. A little straightaway hop there to get through the main part of the pack by Crypto. Showcasing his fantastic footwork that he has. Just cutting through that Wolfpack pack like butter right there. Okay, and Kat Von Doom out of the box like she was shot out of a cannon and immediately through the pack. So Crypto's going to let this one run for a little bit. Trenchtown Rockette trying to provide some good offense there for Kat. Wasn't quite enough room for Kat to get through. All right, Kat gets through. 4 points for... Ooh, actually looks like we're going to have a late call there, cut track on Kat Von Doom. One of the toughest parts of being a jammer right there is finishing a jam in the penalty box, because that means you have to jam twice in a row. And that is always an adventure when you have to go out there for 2 jams in a row. So it's really important to do everything you can to not find yourself in the box at the end of the jam. It's also a skill I wish I had, because I do find myself in the box at the end of jams a lot, but that it does happen. It's a very physical sport, and it's going to happen from time to time. Good job by Wolfpack to reform defensively there after Whip had gotten by most of them. Good job slowing Whip up, though, and getting back together. It's a key part to defense, is being able to get beaten and then reform back with your pack once you're beaten. Okay, Kat making her way on her official. Good job by JK knocking Kat out at the last second there. A nice big recycle. And a smart call there by Sass. Got her last 4 points. It's looking like the Outlaws will probably be making it to that second game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's 174-50. Less than 12 minutes to go. Already more than halfway through the second half.
one thing about all these skaters out there is none of them look at the scoreboard and see a big difference and just, call it quits. Each and every one of these skaters out here, sometimes being in a big deficit, it, makes them dig in and claw even harder than they've been. It's one of my favorite parts about this team. There's no quit in any of these skaters. And even with a big deficit, you're gonna go out there, and whoever you're playing against, you're gonna get their best shot.
It's the part of where the fatigue can start to set in when you've been skating for most of this time. And I know they have a bench, so it's not like everybody's on there the entire time. How much, does a coach pay attention of rotating that in and out?
A lot. The packs usually, at least how, say, our all-star team is set up, we have 2 full packs that they practice with the same people in their pack every day in practice, and each one of those packs has an alternate that if somebody needs fresh legs, if somebody needs an extra rest, we can throw our alternate in there. And so that group of 5 people will work together every practice. And then so when we're in the game, we're able to switch out the packs every jam. And then we've got our extra skaters that if somebody does need just an extra breather on the bench, we've got those extra skaters to give our starters some extra rest. And then our coaches are always very, very, very on top of how everyone's feeling on the bench. You're not going to really go even a single jam where you're not going to hear from a coach asking you, how are you feeling? How are your lungs doing? You feel like you can go this next jam? And so there's definitely a lot of movement and a lot of making sure that we've got the freshest legs out on the track every jam.
And you get ready after that timeout.
Got quite a scrum there. Sometimes roller derby looks like rugby on wheels. Murky Dismal up front here working on this pack. Little spin move there by Murky to get out. Nice little move. Murky is another one of our newer skaters this year, and she has been so fun to watch develop. She has really gotten good with her footwork, and it's really fun to be able to see her out there doing her thing tonight and getting some experience out there on the track as a jammer. All right, she's through for another 4 points. Lord with another great last-second knockout of aerial assault. Lord has really done some good blocking tonight. Don't know if our friends watching us on stream can hear it, but it sounds like we have some of our four-legged friends.
Yeah, I hear that.
Off the track that want to make their presence known.
Tonight's live stream is brought to you by our wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services, family of restaurants and bars. You won't find a better family of restaurants anywhere in the state of Oklahoma. Go visit our friends at Humankind Hospitality, where we're all humankind serving humankind.
Childish Gambino back out there at Jammer. Getting a quick push through, getting through that wall, no problem. She is such a strong jammer. E-Bomb out front, going to work against Sharpie Markham. Sharpie is definitely one of the toughest blockers to get around. They are nightmare fuel for jammers. They are so good at doing exactly that right there. You think you have them beat, and all of a sudden they're out in front of you again. You don't even know how they got there.
Agile, quick feet.
And strong. Boy, are they strong.
Trying to see if they can eclipse the double advantage by getting into the 200 mark. And they're at 190 right now with 6.5 to go.
I think they might be able to get to that bicentennial mark.
Yeah, I think they'll have that.
Good job by Jinx.
You were talking
there.
about a match that you saw with those true athleticism that they won 300 to like 23 or something like that. And, and just think we just saw close to 200 points. I can't imagine the points that were racked up in that event there.
Oh my goodness. Well, that team the team that the Victory All-Stars played in that game was they did have a bit of a ringer. One of their skaters is Erin Jackson, and if you recognize that name, it's because she is an Olympic gold medalist speed skater.
Wow. Yeah, that's comes in handy.
It does. You're able to rack up a lot of points out there when you're going that fast. I got to skate directly against her one time, and it was really an honor just to be out there on the track with her. It was a lot of fun, and the game didn't necessarily go the way we wanted it to, but going to just it really was a fun experience being able to go out there and experience derby at a truly high level that I really and truly hope that we're able to get Twister City to someday. I really think we've got some of the skaters that we can do it. We've got some really good athletes on this team, and I look forward to getting to the off season and working hard so that we can make that push to get up to that level in our future years. Goes E-Bomb making her way through the pack.
Kind of see that there's a little bit of fatigue now. I mean, like when you first started, there a little bit of, as they say, hands on the hips, just kind of exhausted. You're letting the time expire a little bit faster now.
Absolutely. You'll notice probably as the night goes on and the games get a little older that as the jammers get through the pack, you'll probably see them, instead of going as fast as they can once they really get out in front of everybody, they may slow down for an extra second, give themselves that extra breath or two before they come around to the pack again, because once you get to the end of these games, your body is oftentimes kind of screaming at you.
A team timeout. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
Back here at the Arctic Edge Arena, the countdown to the final minutes of this contest. We're up over that 200 points for Outlaws over the Wolfpack. And they will advance as they'll get a little short breather and they'll be back out at it again. So hopefully you get fresh legs, because we know Lightning Quad, they've not been able to have to be on the rink, so they got a little bit more stamina to start.
And as somebody who's going to probably have to play Jambi in this next game, I'm really not upset that she's going to be a little tired. Although I say she's going to be a little tired, you want to talk about somebody who has endurance and can just keep going and going and going. Jambi's like her little Energizer bunny. If that may date me a little bit, that reference.
No, I think most understand what you're talking about.
But I was actually talking with her at halftime, and she said she's ready and excited for that second game. She'll be fresh. I think she's going to be. I don't think you're going to see any drop off from her in game 2. A little whip action there by Crypto to Jambi, getting her a little extra speed there. Looks like this next one we're going to have whip sass and aerial assault. Have one in the box for Wolfpack. Ooh, nice hit out there by Susie Staples. Took whip right off her feet. Work by Charlie Bravo, not letting Whip get by on the line there. Nice move around the inside by Whip, though, for another 4 points. Looks like aerial assault is out.
Calls it off, and I think that should do it. They'll make the official score, but the time has expired, and they had that last jam off. So unofficial score is 228-58. They'll have that, but I'm going to let you get down and get your warm-ups, and it was a pleasure having you up here and talking, of course, something that you know so well is roller derby, and as they're going to get to shake the hands, and the green team, the Outlaws, are going to advance to the finals.
Thank you so much for letting me hang out with you up here and call this game with you, and look forward to going out there and putting it out there on the line.
We're going to see it here shortly, so we'll let you get to it. And, of course, we're going to take a brief little intermission ourselves and get back to action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome back to the Arctic Edge Arena in Edmond, Oklahoma, site of this second bout. And this is for all the marbles, as they would say. And this is for the championship between these two. In fact, I don't know. I mean, you give Lightning Quads. They didn't have to skate, so they're a little more fresher legs.
There are a couple people on the Lightning Quads who did skate
there. Okay,
so we're a little bit low on numbers. So we do have a couple people from Wolfpack skating for Lightning Quads. So number 909 Wrecking Hall was on Wolfpack.
Yes.
As was 9277, who is now skating under 3.5.
So talk about the importance of the bragging rights for the championship of this
tonight. So importance of the bragging rights, I would say it's we like to talk trash. So it's definitely an opportunity to talk trash. We've been, earlier, my parents were here. I think they just left, but my parents were here earlier, and my friend 918 right there who's practicing her jamming goes, do they want to come see Wolfpack win? Because they're going to have to come back next year.
Oh, okay.
So, it gets to talk trash.
You got a whole year.
You got a whole year. Yeah. You got that bragging right. And I've heard someone made a trophy. So I've not seen it. But I've heard there's a trophy.
Oh,
so we got a trophy.
That just adds to the stigma of all this. Yeah.
So, we were like, we need a trophy for this. We're trying to figure out. I don't know where it is, but I've heard there is one. So,
it's hiding somewhere until it gets unveiled. Yes.
It's hiding.
Yes. Well, it's a fun night because this is your last home event, and it's bragging rights for the best of the home team.
Yeah.
And you already had that first face-off, and now you'll have the second.
Yeah.
And it should be fun. It's a fun night, and kind of concluding of our summer series here with Twister City. I want to thank tonight's live stream is brought to you by the wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services. Family of restaurants and bars, including Picasso Cafe, Sauce by the Slice, Frida Southwest, the Other Room, and Flamingo Tiki, all which are conveniently located in Oklahoma City. You won't find a better family of restaurants anywhere in the state of Oklahoma, so go visit our friends at Humankind Hospitality, where we are all humankind serving humankind. And Orange Theory Fitness, 1 hour full body group without focusing on heart rate-based training. Their workout is backed by science and tracked by the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more information. So we're going to get set in about 3.5 minutes. We'll have the starting lineups. And great to have you along because you're going to be able to give us all the insight of all the whistles that gets. I talk about the officials and how much they have to look at and look for, and that's why you have so many of them out there. And not only for safety, but the rules. And my head would spin just to say, okay, well, I got to remember half this stuff. While you're skating. By the way,
refereeing is so hard.
Oh.
Anytime I've looked for things or helped out in any way, I'm like, how do you watch feet and arms at the same time?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm watching one or the other, and I'm like, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, and those are all volunteers, and it's a great group of officials that come here and help, and a lot of effort gets put into this, and you'll have kind of a little off time, and then you'll start back up. You kind of have two seasons of sorts, and you still have a couple of away I guess, next weekend, and then maybe one in October. You got something coming up.
That is for the A team. We also have a couple B team games coming up. So the Trangelo Lansbury up here was on the A team. I am on the B team, so I can tell you where the B team games will be.
All right, okay.
So we are playing North Texas Roller Derby in Denton next month. I believe it's September 7th. And then our last, the Tornado Alley last game of the year will be Assassination City B team in Dallas, and that'll be in October.
Wow, that's very nice. So we got an opportunity for us to see some great live derby action here on a Saturday evening as we'll get set for introductions here shortly. Getting ready for derby itself.
Yeah, we got some people practicing, warming up. Oh, doing some wiggling over here. The Outlaws are already warm, so they're just going to dance, I guess.
Trangelo, is already, who was our guest announcer.
Yes.
Getting loose right there on the track.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not Trangelo. Trangelo is right there in the middle.
The other side. Okay, dancing.
Other side.
I see.
Yeah, Trangelo is dancing. That's a lethal whipping. Trangelo is number 420.
Well, you got that memorized.
Yeah. After a while, you know everybody's number.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, we certainly love the opportunity to live stream this. Make sure that you download the app. That's the easiest way that you can connect to us on Apple and Android devices just by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. Home, it's Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Same way. Just do the search, download it, and it's on your home TV. If you're on YouTube watching us there, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can watch all of the roller derby that we've had in the history of doing roller derby right there on our YouTube page. And on Facebook, give us a like. And I know that some of you are liking off of your Facebook page.
Yeah.
So you've shared that, but you can connect to us anywhere socially, whether it be Instagram, whether it be X, whether it be TikTok, or on Facebook. You can just find us by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. So we got a final 10 seconds. Here we go, and we'll get set for action here at the Arctic Edge Arena.
So while they get started, let's go with our roster. So we've already seen the Outlaws, but just to remind you, we got Murky Dismal, number 540, Jinx, number 72, Lord, number 4, Jambi, 35, Baja, 32, Sharpie, number 8, Crypto, 80, 2120, Emma, JK, 6, Beta 313, and Whipsass 513. And then for the Lightning Quads, we have E-Bomb number 85, Wrecking Hall 909, Galaxy 31, The Dude 69, Woity Toity 918, Fierce 42, Scary 8718, Cat Von Doom 44, Sheer Illusion 45, Malcolm 9277, Trangelo Lansbury 420, Whippin number 37, and Slug 12. And the Lightning Quads are coached by Honey Badger and Jace. And then our Outlaws are coached by Lethal and Professor Flex.
There you go. A little rundown, and I know that some, including your coach over there, having to nurse some injuries coming off of.
Yeah.
And we talked about the physicality of this sport and what can happen. And so, even though you're padded up and you got helmets and everything else like that, the way the physical stuff is and the way that you have your landings, and I know you try to make it as soft as possible, but, man, you're still having to be hit down hard.
Yeah, and also sometimes with a landing, like you can land small or you can land, but you also can't help if someone lands on top of you.
Yeah, it's true.
And sometimes that hurts quite a bit. But, yeah, there's a lot that can happen, and you also don't have a lot of people don't play with padding on, like, their hips or, like, their shins. So, all right, we got these hobby horses out.
Yeah, I see that. This is what they had done earlier.
Mm-hmm.
In their first rundown of the Outlaws, and they all got their.
I love the horses. I love that if you look, some of them aren't horses. There's a lion, and there's a, alligator.
And that's the Outlaws.
This is the Outlaws. So we just read their roster. And we got all these fun pals. And they've all already played one game, so they're going to be tired, but they're going to put up a good fight.
Well, I put our last guest announcer on the spot by saying, who are you predicting to come with a win? And since you're not having to, skate, then you can give us a prediction.
Who do I think will come out with the win?
Who's going to win?
I'm going to say I think the Lightning Quads will probably win. So the Lightning Quads got the bye because the Lightning Quads have already beat the Outlaws and the Wolfpack this year.
Okay, I got you.
And the Lightning Quads haven't played a game already. And they seem to have a bigger roster. Like, they have more players. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yeah, I think they have a slightly larger roster. So I think all of that is going to mean they're going to be a little fresher.
Yeah.
They're going to be.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit fresher. They're going to have more people to sub in and out. So I think all of that tells me they're definitely going to have some advantage coming into this. And also the Lightning Quads definitely has a good, balance in their roster. So the Outlaws roster is a bit jammer heavy. So, you have a lot of people who don't normally blocking or, so. And there's a good balance here. So we'll see what happens. I think it'll be a good game either way.
Well, yeah, and it's all internal. These are all everybody on that same banner of Twister City Derby.
Yeah, yes, for the most part. So it's mostly Twister City and friends. We do have a couple people playing on our home teams that don't really play in our league. So, for example, Crypto from Outlaws, he plays in Arkansas, and he plays in Kansas City. So he kind of travels around and plays, but I think he's based in Tulsa, Arkansas.
Okay.
Same with
what brought him here tonight?
So he's been playing with our home teams. I think he travels around and plays a lot of derby with a lot of different people. Same with the dude who is on this team here. I don't know where he is. Is he playing? Oh yeah, he's right there, number 6'9" in the jammer cover. For the Outlaws, he also plays with Crypto in Arkansas. So it's definitely a situation where a lot of people like to drop in with people, or they like to get more experience with different leagues. So we'll have some friends of the league play too.
Well, and we want to introduce. You say that you're on the B team, but how many years have you?
Have I been playing? I've been playing for a little over 2 years.
It's kind of like our last guest was the same way, 2 years experience. Had some that's given us several.
There's a mix. We definitely have
a
big range of experience on here. So we have people that have been playing for 2 years. We have people that have been playing for 12 years. All right, so we have Childish Gambino, number 35, and then Trangela Lansbury is going to be our jammer here, and she is going to be our lead jammer. She wobbled a little bit, but she caught herself and got out. So she is our lead jammer for the Lightning Quads. Childish Gambino still trying to get out of the pack here. Passing it to Crypto. Crypto is now the jammer. So I'm going to guess Trangela is going to try to get any points she can right here and then call it. Okay. Yeah, so calls it. So
smart, being caught from behind.
Yeah, she doesn't want Crypto to get points.
A little bit of the strategy. Yeah, I get you. I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Take what you can get and then go from there.
Exactly. It's just get your points and call it.
Yep.
So get as many points as you can and call it before the other person gets a point. And we also will say pretty often a 0-0 jam, still a win. So in this case, that was a 2-0 jam. She got 2 points. He got none. That's a win. All right, we got Woody Toity and Whipsass, number 513, up on the. All right, Woody Toity's out. That was easy. That was fast. Followed closely by Whipsass. Woody Toity is our lead jammer. If I would guess, she's going to try to see if she can get anything and call it as she rolls on in. But we'll see. No? There she goes. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes you see Whipsass do it there. The jammers will pull up the number of points they think they got to be like, I got 2 points. Give me those 2 points. Because, like, the jammers definitely are trying to, like, mentally count their points. For people that don't know, the jammers score points by every pair of hips they pass from blockers on the opposing team. So every time they go around, they have the possibility to score 4 points.
It's very good because we need a little bit, like myself. I mean, not well versed in it, to know all the ins and outs for the scoring aspects of it.
Yeah, so she's like, I passed two people, I get 2 points. All right, Childish Gambino facing some opposition here from Sheer Illusion. Oh, but she gets out. Sheer Illusion's out of bounds. And then the dude is right behind her. And this is close. He might pass her. Yeah. So at this point, she's probably just going to call it. Because she can, yeah. Yeah, she's like, why would I let you get points?
Right. Yeah,
No.
I understand. And that's the strategy of it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly.
She was passed, and then she goes, okay, I can call it off. So.
Yeah, she said, I can call it. You don't get anything of this. And then at that point, also in a situation that where, like, you've passed, if your jammer's falling behind, you want to be up at the front to protect your points. So if you notice, the dude would have had to go behind all of his own jammers before he could have gotten to the points. And so sometimes when you see them run it really fast, that's why they're trying to fight for the front and protect their points. All right, we got Lethal Whippin' up as our lead jammer for the Lightning Quads. And Lord Farquaad taking a pass, but she is not the jammer. So she has to give the pass. She has to give the cover back. They have to touch, and then she can take the cover, and that's what she just did.
See that.
So sometimes, like, they'll be like, the pass wasn't good, so they kind of had to just hold hands and both grab it and then do it again, essentially.
I saw that her go back, and I was wondering, like.
Yeah, more than likely we can't hear them from up here, but more than likely a ref said something along the lines of, like, number 4, you're not the jammer.
Okay.
The pass isn't good, something like that.
Right, so then
that's
where they stopped and adjusted, yeah.
Yeah, they'll usually say something like, I don't know Murky's number, but like Murky Dismal, you're still the jammer. Number 4, you're not the jammer. And it'll be pretty clear, so you have to go back. All right, we got Trangela Lansbury and Childish Gambino up here jamming for their teams respectively. Jambi pushes so far. They're just soaring through. All right. Trangela Lansbury is being drawn back. So just an explanation on kind of when you see them skate back and they have to come back. So when you, as a jammer, or basically any skater, but we see it most often with jammers, when you get hit out of bounds, you have to enter behind all the skaters that were in front of you when you went out of bounds. So a lot of times skaters will go back because they're like, oh, I was in front of you, so I'm going to go all the way back here, and you still have to enter behind me.
Okay.
So they're trying to mess with the jammer a little bit. And they're trying to worsen their jammer's position. Or the opposing team's jammer's position. All right, we got Witty Toity and Whipsass again.
And a very tight score with it being 10-5 with about 6 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, they are not letting a lot of points go through so far. We'll see if they keep this up. All right, Witty Toity is our lead jammer. Whipsass is pretty close behind her. If I had to guess, they're going to have Witty call out and get her points and call it. But now you can see they're running it a little bit. So they're trying to get in front. They're trying to protect their points so Witty can get all the points she can and then call it off.
Just like that. Textbook.
Yep, pretty textbook.
What you learn. You know, what you train to do and look to do.
We do listen. We do practice. That's kind of what you're trying to do. Exactly.
As opposed to you think they're just out here skating around and loose and not really having a design and a plan. And that's not the case. There's
Sometimes
a lot
it
of
feels
strategy
like that.
involved. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of strategy and thought involved for sure. All right, we got Childish Gambino getting hit on the out by E-Bomb there, number 85. She is not our lead jammer. So what happened there is she got out of the pass. She's on her initial scoring pass, but that hand motion that Lollipop is currently doing means that she is not lead jammer because that was a no pass, no penalty. And so basically she didn't pass one of her own team's jammers to be able to get lead jammer. Or, like, she didn't do all the passes she needed to get lead jammer. So she can get out of her initial, but she doesn't get lead jammer. But the dude is lead jammer. And Childish Gambino is in the box with blocker number 8, Sharpie Markham. The dude gets 4 points. And then so Childish Gambino's back on the track. And she is trying to get some points here. She should be on a scoring pass. So so when they go to the box, if she's on a scoring pass, she'll still be on a scoring pass. And that is some good blocking from Sheer Illusion and E-Bomb and Wrecking Hall. All people that have played 2 games today because they were all on Wolfpack earlier this evening. All right, currently the score is Lightning Quads 23, Outlaws 9. So we're seeing Lightning Quads pull ahead a little bit. All right, we have Lord Farquaad in her mustache.
Still stays on. It's
still
amazing.
Stays on.
Yeah.
It's been on the whole time. I'm very impressed, actually.
Yeah. Got some really good glue.
She's got some good glue on there. I need to just be like, Lord, what is the glue you are using for that mustache?
So, yeah, because wait till you have to rip that off then because it's not going to come off.
You know what? Lord Farquaad is one of those people that, like, seems to know how to do everything. So, like, it wouldn't surprise me if she, like, knows a lot about mustache prosthetics. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense to me. Why not?
So are we discussing something here in the arena here with the refs, officials?
Yes, we are having an official review.
Okay.
So what this is an official review is they pulled up the captains and the coaches to talk about something, and then they are going to discuss on their own and then come back together and give the verdict. So an official review can be – I'm not sure if this official review was called by one of the teams or not. So each half a team can call one official review. So if they want to be like, I want a cut on the green jammer, they would call an official review to try to get a penalty on that jammer. And they get one of those every half. So they get 2 a game. And if their official review is, if they win their official review, they retain it, so they can have another one.
Another one, okay.
Yeah.
So they don't lose it.
Yeah, they don't lose it if they win.
Eating is a community experience, and that's exactly what you'll find at Picasso Cafe, located at the Oklahoma Paseo District. Offers delicious, eclectic menu and a wonderful staff that'll make you feel like family every time you visit. So go see our friends at Picasso Cafe, a member of the Humankind Hospitality family of restaurants. And Orange Theory Fitness is a 1-hour full-body group workout focusing on heart rate-based training. Their workout is backed by science and tracked by the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more info. The officials are coming over to the officials' scorers here to get back here to action here momentarily. stopped at the 21-minute mark with a 23-9 Lightning Quads lead over the Outlaws.
Yeah, and it looks like everyone's just kind of chilling, waiting for the official review to be over. A lot of times, sometimes these take a while, and you just kind of sit there. You're just like vibing on the track. You're like, I don't know what to do. We have the dude is in the box. So this will be a power jam for the Outlaws. So Lord Farquaad is our Outlaw jammer. She will be the only jammer on the track at the beginning of this gym. So she has however long the dude is sitting for, which he has more than 10 seconds because he's sitting down, to see if she can get out, see if she can get points. And she ran up that outside line. As she is out, she is our lead jammer. That worked perfectly. And so she gets to just score points. Or she can do that and keep the dude in the box a little bit longer.
Oh, so that keeps him there. All right.
Well, yeah, so he's still in the box. He's
Sure.
still not standing, so he doesn't have 10 seconds. So if he's standing, he has 10 seconds or less. So he has over 10 seconds left in the box. So this means they have a second power start.
So
or
how
power
long
jam.
does it determine how much you're in the box?
It's 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds.
So each penalty is 30 seconds. So they have 10 seconds left when they stand. So for the first 20, they have to sit. So he now has 10 seconds left in the box. So Crypto has a couple seconds to get out. He's our lead jammer. And the dude is exiting the box right now. He has the cover in his hand. He is putting it back on. But now he has to get through his initial. Yeah. Okay, so he's out of his initial. Not quite. Like, I think he was almost out of his initial, and then all the Outlaw blockers just kind of swarmed him. And so now he's kind of back in the back of the pack here. All right, and Crypto's calling it off. And so that's 8 points for Outlaws.
They really
0
chipped
for the Lightning
away on that.
Quads.
See, look at that. So
They
21,
chipped
23.
away at that
Yeah,
lead.
Sure did.
Yeah, and I think having those two power jams really helped.
Yes.
For the Outlaws, yeah. All right, we got Lethal Whippin', number 3-7 for the Quads, Lightning Quads. And we have Whip Sass from the Outlaws, playing her second game of the night, doing lots of jamming. And she is giving that pass to Lord Farquaad, who's like, all right, I'm jamming now. Lord Farquaad actually recently came back from injury, so we're very excited to have Lord Farquaad back. She broke her leg earlier this year.
Wow.
Yeah, she's been
in competition.
Yeah, she broke her leg at a tournament in South Carolina.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're very glad to have her playing and have her back.
Yeah, because she missed most of the season.
She missed
I was told.
most of the season. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she it was in March, so she missed a lot of the season. I think everyone's just excited she's playing.
Yeah.
I got Crypto and Trangela up on the jammer line. Trangela doing her little skate in. And Crypto is going to be our lead jam. Ooh. Oh, that was, they're going to call that for injury. That was yeah. So we're just checking on an injured skater. And we're going to call that off.
I'll tend to them. We're going to take a quick timeout as well and be back to action. Twister City Roller Derby here at the Arctic Edge Arena in Edmond, Oklahoma. Want to make sure that we want to thank all of our fine sponsors at Building a Community, Building Roller Derby together, and she's up. And
She's
that's
up.
good.
Yep.
That's a good sign. And you can see all of our personnel from the Victory All-Star Squad to the Wolf Pack that we saw in the first matchup, and then the second one with the Outlaws. We'll go over there, and we want to thank Humankind because tonight's live stream is brought to you in part by the wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Service, family of restaurants and bars, including the Picasso Cafe, the Sauce by Slice, Frida Southwest, the other room, and Flamingo Tiki, all conveniently located with a finer, better of family restaurants anywhere in the state of Oklahoma. And don't forget, come hang out with the Twister City Skaters at our official after-party headquarters, Sauce by the Slice, located. Sauce is a pizzeria and cafe that prides itself in using nothing but the best ingredients in all its dishes. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Sauce has you covered, a member of the Humankind Hospitality restaurant family.
Yeah, and I was told at some point to just also mention Sauce now has an arcade, if that's your vibe.
Very nice.
The arcade's pretty new. It's pretty cool. All right, we have an official timeout, so we're just working through some official stuff. We have our skaters getting ready to play. We're starting again. We've got Lord Farquaad up on the line, and this is a power jam for the Outlaws again as Trangela Lansbury's in the box.
Very good.
All right, we got Lord Farquaad scooting her way up the outside line, making quick, easy work of that.
In fact, she said this, she would probably be in the box quite a bit.
Who did, Trangela?
Yeah. Already called it.
Already called it. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's hard to stay out of the box as a jammer because you have a ref literally dedicated to you.
Oh, okay.
Watching you at all times.
Right.
So there's 2 jam refs. So they're wearing the green and the purple wristbands. So purple's right there and then green's right there. And they really are just following the jammers. So you always have eyes on you. Like if you're a jammer, you can't just be like, I hope nobody saw that.
Get away with anything.
Because they definitely saw it.
Yeah.
I feel like as a blocker, you can get away a little bit with more stuff. Like probably not a ton with a full ref crew, but there's not a jammer, there's not a ref just watching you, which has to be tricky. I don't want to be watched that much.
So you're telling something about yourself that maybe you do stuff that you don't want to get caught at.
No, never.
Not you.
No, never.
Who, me? Yeah, innocent as can be.
Innocent as can be. I mean, all respect to the jammers. I love you all. Could not be me. Oh, gosh. I jammed. I took the cover pass in the last game once, and I felt my life, like, flash before my eyes. It's awful. All right, we got.
Well, you know your place. There's my skill set, and that ain't it, right?
No. I'm like, no. This is not my vibe.
That's right.
All right, we got Crypto up the front. He is our lead jammer, followed closely by the dude who's very good at, if he's not lead, getting out and putting a ton of pressure on that jammer. He just kind of scooches his way up there. And I don't know, with this, I wonder, okay, he's going to call it. I was also wondering if Crypto, yeah, they were running it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was also wondering if Crypto is going to try to play with a little bit. Sometimes when they get close like that, you'll see some jammer on jammer, like, violence. Called jammer on jammer violence. But, the jammers will start, like, hitting each other or, like, trying to hit each other out before they enter the pack.
See, it's more detailed than what people realize, and all the strategy that involves in it, the point scoring. And
you can go really, really deep into the woods with it. But you can also just, like, as long as you know the base rules, like, you're good.
Yeah.
It's just, all right, Hoity-toity, number 918 for the Lightning Quads is going to the box. We have a power jam again for the Outlaws. There have been a lot of Outlaws power jams. So we got another one for the Outlaws. Malcolm's back up on the track. Oh, that was a fall on Whipsass, being run back now by Galaxy Inferno. And you can see the Outlaws are lining up to do a sweep. and they swept that inside. So the goal with that is to just kind of clear an inside lane so Whip Sass can run up it. So you'll see the row of people kind of run up and try to clear a lane for her.
Adding a little bit more to their points for the Outlaws,
Ooh.
who have the lead
Oh.
over
Yeah,
the Lightning
it's a lead
Quads.
switch.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if, when we get to halftime, what kind of adjustments are made.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to, definitely revenge for the Outlaws if they win this game, because the Outlaws have lost. Before tonight, the Outlaws lost to both the Wolfpack and the Lightning Quads.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, I did not know
so
that.
the Outlaws were in last place coming into this.
Oh, wow.
Technically, yeah.
That's like,
So-
the dark horse. That's like,
Yeah.
now there's something to root for.
Yeah, the root for the underdog.
Underdog, yeah. if
Yeah,
you like
so
that.
coming into this, the Wolfpack beat the Outlaws before. The Wolfpack had lost to Lightning Quads, and then Lightning Quads beat the Outlaws. So the Outlaws were 0-2, the Lightning Quads are 2-0, and Wolfpack was 1-1. So we have Lethal Whippin'. Ooh, that was a stomach hit. Ow. We have Lethal Whippin' here fighting her way out. She needs to put her cover back on. So sometimes also you'll see if they aren't lead, they'll go ahead and pull the cover off. So that gives them kind of a couple options. So a lot of times they'll just hold it and they'll go through the pass and then put it, or go through the pack and then put it back on. But sometimes that gives them kind of prep so they can do a star pass, give it to the pivot if they need to. And it also kind of serves as a redirect because you're like, oh, shoot, where'd they go? Get on the pivot. And then it kind of splinters. It's a distraction a little bit too. So that's another strategy thing.
They've stopped the clock. Is this for officials or is this a timeout for the team?
This is a team timeout.
Team timeout. So Coach called a timeout. We will take with him. We'll be back right after this. More at the Arctic Edge Arena on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
So, joining us back after the timeout, with about 11 minutes or so, 11 and a half minutes before we get to the half and the intermission. All bragging rights here for the home champion.
Oh, yeah, they're all getting those bragging rights. They are going to... they're going to definitely be like, ha, ha, ha. And they might get a trophy. I'm not 100% sure yet. If there's a trophy, I've heard there is one. I have not seen anything, but that doesn't mean there's not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like some little medals. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm like looking down. I'm like, what's down here? What we got? I mean, I see some stuff, but I don't know yet. We'll find out.
Now, is this now after a timeout? Is there some other kind of review going on?
So this is an
here?
official timeout now.
Oh, official timeout.
So the officials are talking. They might be trying to work through something or figure out, like, if there's a call they should have made. Could be a variety of things. There is some dancing going on here. We had Lightning Quads 918 pulling Coach Jace forward. I know for a fact 918 will judge the vibes of the game based on how many other jammers she can get to dance with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a very serious sport, very very high intensity. But we like to smile, we like to have fun, we like to dance. And then everyone here's friends. So, but even not, like, you go to derby tournaments, everyone becomes your friend after the game.
Yeah, that's I've noticed. That family type environment.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a good community. It's a good environment. It's a small community. All right, so I think we are getting started. All right, there's the 5 seconds. So we are resuming our game here. We got 513 for the Outlaws and Woody Toity 918 for the Lightning Quads. Both kind of fighting. Oh, we got lead for Whipsass, followed closely by Woody Toity. And it looks like our Lightning Quads are trying to run it a little bit. Oh, okay. And Whipsass is calling it off from the ground. She's like, ugh. After playing 2 games, yeah. After playing 2 games, you get tired.
Outlaws impressive in this first half after they took the lead.
Yeah.
Remain on the lead, 46-27 with 10.5 to go here in the first half.
For sure. It's definitely because I said I thought the Lightning Quads were going to win.
There you go. You did the old hometown jinx.
Apparently. All right, we got Crypto out here is our lead jammer. And then we have Trangela Lansbury kind of fighting her way through. She is through. She is now on a scoring pass. Crypto is fighting his way in the pack, and he is going to call that. Yeah. So in case we haven't talked about it yet, just kind of a reminder as to why getting lead jammer is important. And it's just because you control the jam. So you can call it off when you're ready. You control how long it is. You can control if your opponent gets points. And so you're really trying to vie for that lead jammer position if you can. All right, we got Lord Farquaad and her mustache and Woody Toity on the jam line. And Woody Toity is through. She is our lead jammer. And I think, yeah, we are going to take we are going to get the medics up here.
Oh, okay, because she went like a called off thing, but I guess she was wanting to.
She didn't call off.
Okay, I got you. So as they tend to her, we're going to take a brief timeout and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
All right, we're back to the Arctic Edge Arena.
We are back, and we were attending to one of the players who is getting some attention, getting checked out. She got up, so that's good. But yeah, so just kind of an interesting note. So if you get checked out by the medics and they're like, you're good to play, you still have to sit for 3 jams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if, for example, I hit my head and I went and got checked out and I did the concussion test and they're like, I don't think you have a concussion, you're okay, I would still have to sit out for 3 jams and monitor for symptoms. And that's like basically any time a jam is called because they think you got injured. Oh, I think there's confusion as to whether the jam is currently happening. But as far as we are aware, the jam is still happening. So there's going to be a jammer swap now. I'm going to guess the dude thought he was lead jammer, and he is not. So now Crypto gets to come on. And so when I said jammer swap, so what that would be is if, for example, Crypto got a penalty and went to sit down, like 5 seconds later the dude went and sat down, Crypto would get up and the dude would sit for 5 seconds or however long Crypto sat for. So that's just because you can't have both jammers in the box at the same time. Like, you can't do anything with that. Alright, so now Crypto's back, or the dude is back on. Oof. And Crypto is our lead jammer, so he is going to call that. Yeah, but sometimes that'll happen. Like, someone thinks they've, like, called it, and they, like, fully skate off, or they think it's over, and everyone else will stay on, like, we're still playing.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. Not super often, but it's definitely happened before, and it's very confusing.
That's why the officials said that. Outlaws extend their lead 53-27.
Yeah.
The underdogs of this tournament, as they were like in third place, had to beat.
And they're coming back.
Yeah.
They're doing really well today. All right, we have Emma C. Hammer jamming. I think this might have been the first time we've seen Emma jamming today, or this game. Emma was a long-time jammer and has kind of come in and out of retirement, so she hasn't played in a couple years. So it's exciting to see her jam. Then we have Lethal Whippin' for Lightning Quads. And Emma's going to call it before Whippin' gets any points. Yeah, so another thing with home teams, we will have a lot of retired skaters who don't want to play competitively. We'll come back and do home teams.
Oh, okay.
So Emma C. Hammer is one of those. Other like retired skaters that are skating today, or retired in that they don't play competitively anymore, is Sheer Illusion over on Lightning Quads. And then I think those might be the only 2 today. Aerial Assault from Wolfpack is also not playing competitively this season. Mal 9am on Lightning Quads isn't playing competitively this season. So yeah, no, there's a couple people that play home teams and aren't playing like full like on Tornado Alley or on the Victory All-Star squad. So it's a fun way to get to play, but you don't have to do all the traveling and stuff.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. And you do have like a smaller practice requirement.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go practice as much.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Oh, look at the hug. Very cute.
30-point advantage now so far for the Outlaws.
Yeah.
Heading into the 5-minute mark before the half.
True. But, like, in Derby is so high scoring sometimes. Like, 30 points isn't even.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Childish Gambino, number 35 for Outlaws, get a 32-point jam once.
Wow.
Yeah, at that point, you're just skating laps. I doubt anyone's going to get a 32-point jam here, but it is possible. All right, we have Whipsass is our lead jammer, and I believe Woity Toity is still trying to get out of the pack. So, yeah, Woity Toity's still fighting to get out of the pack here, and she is almost out. We got Baja Blaster. She is out of bounds. She's got to go back. Baja Blaster is... Oh, that is a cut on Woity Toity. No? Okay, so what happened there is Woity Toity, like, cut in front of Baja. And so with cuts for jammers, if you seed the cut right away, they won't give it to you. So what happened is Woity saw that she had a cut, and she said, oh, no, my bad, and skated back out of bounds and then went back behind Baja. So she seeded the cut and didn't get a penalty. And so, yeah, the referees will sometimes look for that seed to be like, have you noticed that you've done this thing? And are you going to go back out and fix it before I send you to the box?
Sure.
Yeah, and that's really, I would say, probably the only penalty where they're like, they'll look for, like, did you fix it? Can you fix this right now?
Go ahead. Do it.
Yeah, do it. They'll, like, watch for it. Because there's a lot of things, like, you can't take it back. But with the cut, you can take it back. All right, we have Crypto and the Dude up there. The Dude coming up front. He is our lead jammer. Crypto has the cover in his hand. And he is going to go to the box as the jammer. So this is a power jam for the Lightning Quads. Oh, nope. So they're both going to the box. So what's going to happen is basically their butts are both going to touch the seats, and they're both going to get up.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Boop. And then the Dude will get up right about now. There. See, they're both back. So that's just like what happens when they both go.
When they both go.
Yeah, because
you don't have any jammers.
Yeah, you don't have any jammers. So in that case, Crypto got to the box a little bit before the Dude. If Crypto sat for 2 seconds or whatever before the Dude got there, the Dude also has to sit for 2 seconds. And this is going to be a full 2-minute jam, though. So we got a whole another minute in this jam. This is a power jam for the Lightning Quads again. Yeah, for the Lightning Quads again. As Crypto is back in the box. And the Dude has 4 points. And they're going to play some... Oop! They're going to play some offense for the Dude there. Doesn't look like he really needs it. Outlaws have 71 points. Lightning Quads have 37. So let's see if Lightning Quads can get a couple more points in the 15 seconds they have here. Crypto's out of the box, but he has 7 seconds. I don't know how much he's going to accomplish in these last couple seconds. All right, that was 12 points for Lightning Quads.
You said you can get points in a hurry, and they did.
Yeah, you can get points in a hurry. You can chip away at that lead. You can get some big runs. Like, we've seen a lot of 4-point jams where they're, like, getting it. They're calling it. But if you just let them run, they can get 12, 20. Like, they can keep just racking up those points. So we have Lethal Weapon here on the jam line for Lightning Quads. And we have MSC Hammer for the Outlaws. Whippin is going to be our lead jammer. And Emma is in the box. So this is another power jam for the Lightning Quads. This is exactly what they needed. This will kind of help them chip away at that lead. So she's out. She's got 4 points. And MSC Hammer's still in the box, so she gets to go for another 4 points, and MSC Hammer isn't even standing yet. Which is, like, sometimes, like, that's exactly what you need. and they're going to call it. And so this means Trangela Lansbury also gets a power jam. So she gets a couple seconds to try to get out. I'm not sure what just happened. Oh, timeout. Timeout on purple.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on?
Call a timeout, and the time has expired, but they still have to do one jam, which is a 2-minute jam. Is that what it will be?
So they did call a timeout. There's only 1 second. They might not have another jam.
Okay.
So there's 1 second on the clock. We're probably going to go to intermission.
Okay.
Or halftime or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably not going to have another jam here. So if there's less than like 30 or so seconds on the clock, we usually won't have another one.
Okay, so my question is, why would you call timeout then?
So you get so many in the half.
Okay.
So you might call it to just use it. I don't actually know the strategy behind to be honest, I don't know the strategy
I
behind
thought,
using it
if you had one that you could come in and
so maybe
1 second is on
it's
there,
1
right?
second. I'm surprised they aren't going to call this a half. Maybe they're going to get it. They're going to let it go, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure what their game plan is here. Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to have another
jam.
Another jam. So yeah, the clock just ran out on the jam, but they can go however long they want. So yeah, the halftime will start at the end of this jam. All right, so Childish Gambino is now our jammer. She took a star pass from Emma. And Trangela called it. That is now halftime.
There it is.
There it is.
So your intermission will take place shortly.
Yes.
I want to thank tonight's live stream. It's brought to you in part by the wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services. Family of restaurants and bars. You won't find any better family of restaurants anywhere in the state of Oklahoma. Go visit our friends at Humankind Hospitality, where we are all humankind, serving humankind. And Orange Theory Fitness, 1 hour full body group workout focusing on heart rate based training. Their workout is backed by science and tracked by the use of the latest technology. Each workout is inspired and led by certified coaches with over 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more information. We'll be at halftime. Take a little bit of a intermission slightly, and we'll be back to action in about 14 minutes right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
is Orange Theory. It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than Explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. Glad to have you along. My name is Eric Sherem, and we are our guest. It's really on and off the court. You have the same name.
Yeah, no. My name is Susie. It's easy.
So it's, yeah, I mean, you don't, how come you didn't come up with some, like, fancy, double name, like everybody to Susie Slasher or something?
Oh, it's Susie Staples. I already told you that. It's Susie
yeah.
Staples. It's a head injury joke.
Okay.
Yeah, I when I was learning to skate, I cracked my head open.
Okay, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
All right. And
yeah,
it's stuck with
it
you.
is.
And usually those are the things that you get, like on the playground, a nickname that you didn't really pick. Someone else picked for you, and then you've got it forever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
No, it's Susie Staples. I just most people call me Susie. It's easy. Yeah.
Could call you SS. For short.
Don't love that.
Okay, yeah. I said. Well, we'll stop right there where we're behind. Okay.
A couple people will keep adding initials, so it's like Susie K Q Staples.
Oh, yeah. So
they'll keep going. No, there's people play with it.
Yeah.
No, it's mostly also I took a long time to pick a name. And so by the time I figured it out, everyone already knew my name.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right, there you go.
There are a couple people like that. You've taken long enough time to, like, pick a name. Everyone's already going to know your real name. Then it's like, shoot, okay. Like, for example, Wrecking Hall, who's playing with the Wrecking Hall's name is Holly. A lot of people still call her Holly. Like, yeah.
Now, whether or not she comes out or not, our young lady that took the spill and was injured is standing up and in skates, so she doesn't, like, take her helmet off and be done for the night. So
she was skating around. I think she's probably going to skate.
Okay.
We'll see.
And then I was going to say that if you were the coach of either one of these teams, we'll start off with Lightning Quads. What would you tell them that they needed to do this second half?
Lightning Quads are within striking distance here.
Right,
I think I would tell them to keep doing what they're doing. I think they're doing a lot of really good stuff. I think they are doing generally a good job. And same with the Outlaws. I think they're both just kind of playing some really good derby. Like, I don't think there's a situation where anyone is, like, super run away with the lead yet.
Right.
So, like, I think this is still anybody's game. This is a really good game. So just kind of keep doing what you're doing, stay together with your pack, and kind of watch for your strategies. Practice, do what you've practiced. I think if I was a coach, I would just want them to have a good time also. Like, this is fun. Like, we all do this for fun. And I think that's something that, like, it's good for us to remember. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're waiting for a referee to come in because Mr. Math was skating around trying to find out
there he
something.
is.
I think the people with the.
Oh, no. It's Dr. Math. He has a PhD in
that's
refereeing.
Right. That's right. Not Mr. Math. I'm sorry. It's Dr. Math.
Dr.
Math.
Right. He does actually have a PhD.
That's
in math.
Awesome.
Yeah,
in math. Well,
he's
that's good.
He's Dr. Math's a math professor at OU. Fun fact of the day. He is literally a doctor of math.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess he is the appropriate name. Like
it's a very appropriate name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for anything different.
No, not at all.
Okay, so we're going to start second half action.
All right, we got Jambi on the line, and then we have Trangel Lansbury making a run up the inside line. That was beautiful. Textbook. It's gorgeous. Jambi still fighting a little bit here. She's going to give Crypto's not the pivot. Okay, so that was interesting. So what just happened is Jambi tried to pass it. Crypto took it. Crypto's not the pivot. So Crypto took the pass, but number 8, Sharpie, is the pivot, not Crypto. So because Crypto took the jammer cover, even though he's not the pivot, he gets a penalty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the box.
So, yeah, he goes to the box because he's not the pivot. He can't. So if you're not the pivot and you're not the jammer, you can't grab the jammer cover.
Makes sense.
So I believe his penalty was an illegal procedure, illegal. It sounded like I said illegal something, but definitely because he took the cover and he wasn't the pivot. All right, we got Whipsass and Woity Toity. Woity Toity going on the in and getting that beautiful lead jammer position. And now we are going to have another attempted pass here for Whipsass, who has the cover in her hands. So Lord's all the way up, so I think she's just holding it for now. Okay. All right, we've got Woity Toity fighting here. Woity Toity is losing some of her blockers, so we've got Galaxy Inferno and Kat Von Doom both sitting in the box for the Lightning Quads. While Woity Toity fights and is going to call that off before Sass can come up. So I think that was, it looks like 3 points for Woity Toity, no points for the Outlaws.
That lead is just diminishing.
It's diminishing.
When they had the 30-point lead at one point.
Yeah, so that's the thing about Derby. There's going to be a lot of moving around. It's really easy for a lead to diminish, especially a smaller lead. All right, we got the Dude and we got Childish Gambino. Jambi is our lead jammer, and the Dude is still fighting his way out here. He's at the front of the pack. We've got some strong defense here. Just shout out to all of our blockers. Everyone's done a really good job in these walls. All right, we still have some points for the Outlaws there. It looks like 4 points for the Outlaws, no points for the Lightning Quads. That's 60 to 75. But once again, 15 points, you can make that up in one jam. One good jam, but you can make it up in a jam. All right, we've got Lord Farquaad and Lethal Whip in here on the jam line. All right, looks like Lord Farquaad's feeling good, ready to jam. And they're both still fighting. This is just kind of like a cluster of blockers right now, and they are both out. Our lead jammer is going to be Lethal Whippin' by a hair. That was very, very close. And Lord Farquaad is following right behind. Also, I did get the answer to what is holding up that mustache, and the answer is eyelash glue.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Mystery
does make
solved.
sense. Mystery solved.
Yep.
Yeah, I literally yelled down to her. I was
okay.
like, Lord, what did you put on the mustache? It's eyelash glue. Which makes sense. When we do sometimes for away bouts, we'll do glitter at Tornado Alley, and we use eyelash glue for the glitter too. It's very difficult to get off.
Well, that's what I'm saying now. When she wants to take it off tonight, a little pain involved. Or
might be.
You do the Band-Aid thing. It's one
quick
quick
you might just
rip.
have to rip it.
That's right.
Maybe she'll leave it on tomorrow. She'll just
True.
go about her day with the mustache. She can sleep with it. I think that's a great idea. All right, we got Childish Gambino, Trangela Lansbury dancing up on the inside line. And we got Childish Gambino also trying to get out of the pack here. Lead jammer still open, but it now goes to Childish Gambino. And that is a rough pack, a rough group of blockers that Trangi was fighting there. And she is out, as is Childish Gambino's on her scoring pass. and she is going to call that off. She got, it looks like 2 points in that. Once again, 2-0, still a win. And the Outlaws now have 78 points to 60. And this really is going to be a game won by 2 3-point jams.
Wow.
Like, this really is just like,
setting
get
up to
what
be
you can.
A photo finish.
Setting up to be a photo finish. And impressively, no one's reached the century mark yet.
Yeah,
which is
true.
impressive because, like, in a
game
game
one,
as,
it was 100.
Yeah. In a game as high scoring as roller derby, oftentimes by this point, someone's reached 100 points. And we're still kind of sitting at 60, 78. All right. We got Woody Toity as our lead jammer. And we have Crypto as our new jammer. He took the pass from Whipsass, so he's now the jammer. Woody Toity likely is going to try to get through here and call it. We'll see. Yes, that is exactly what she does. And Crypto goes for that really nice apex jump, but I'm going to say he probably, no, he did get some points. Yeah, so Crypto landed that apex jump just in time to get the 4 points, which is impressive. So with the apex jump, you don't actually have to like land on your feet and skate away. All you need to do to get the points in the apex jump is to jump on the blockers, put a foot down, inbounds. That is it. So like if you put that foot down and then fall immediately, doesn't matter, you still get the points. So oftentimes that's the goal. Like the goal is to get 1 foot on the ground, not necessarily like land it beautifully. Personally, I like all of my feet on the ground, all of my wheels.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah. Keep all
you go
your
airborne,
wheels on the ground.
there's a lot of things that can happen that's not good.
A lot of jammers are really good at going airborne, and I think that's awesome. But I like having all my wheels on the ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's like you see that with downhill skiing. I'm not into moguls where you're going up over hills and you're going airborne.
Nope.
I like to have skis on the snow. I don't
skis
really
on the snow.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I don't want to
need
be
to do
airborne.
ski jumping or anything else like that.
I don't need to jump.
Yep.
I will stay on the ground. Thank you very much. But we have a lot of kind of jumpy jammers here tonight. Like a fair amount. So Crypto is a bit of a jumper. Jammy is a jumper. Lord can be a jumper. There's also like a couple different types of jammers. So like when we're kind of scoping them out, like we call them like pushy jammers or jukey jammers. So like for example, Lethal Whippin here is very good at pushing and hitting, and she will just kind of launch herself in there. But Lord kind of likes to play. Like she'll kind of scooch around. She likes to juke around you. Like if she can get around without hitting you or touching you, that's the win.
Yeah.
But like Whippin will just run right into you.
Two different philosophies.
There's two very different jamming philosophies. Like I know some people love playing, we call it no touch derby. So if you just dance around and you don't touch anybody. And other people they want to hit. Like they want to smash. For example, Tarantula will hit you. And she's playing a little bit with Crypto here. You can see her trying to get him out of the way. And she is out. Oh, that is a penalty on Tarantula Lansbury. So that is going to pave the way for Crypto to be our lead jammer.
And what was the penalty for?
I'm not sure what that penalty was. I didn't recognize the hand motion. It might have been, it looks like it could have been a cut or a back block, but I'm not fully sure. So I don't want to confidently tell you.
Sure.
Okay, but Crypto is out. There he goes. A little jump from Crypto there. Tarantula is back on the track. And I believe she still has to get through her initial. Maybe. She was like kind of at the front, so I'm not sure if they counted that as getting out of her initial or not. I don't think so. Okay, so now she is out of her initial. And so her next one can be point scoring, but Crypto's going to call it before she gets there. All right, so now we have Whip Sass and Hoity Toity. This has been a very common, I've noticed that there's been very common jammer pairings during this game. So Hoity Toity and Whip Sass have gone up against each other a lot. Crypto and the Dude have gone up against each other a lot, and Jambi and Tarantula those have been the common jammer pairings. I feel like we've seen a lot this game. All right, Hoity Toity is our lead jammer. And Whip Sass is getting out. Looked like she was maybe going to pass it, but turns out she didn't need to. And Hoity Toity is out of there, and she is going to call that right away. And we see Whip Sass doing the thing again where she's like, I should get 2 points. Oh, and then they said, no, you get 1. She's like, oh.
Where'd the other one go?
Where'd the other one go?
Supposed to get 2.
Sometimes, so now she's talking to the coaches. She's like, I thought I got 2. And sometimes things like that will lead to an official review if they're like, yeah, I want to review that. But I don't know. But, yeah. So, yeah. Well, so we got the Dude and Jambi now. I spoke too soon. I feel like this is also a pairing we've seen a bit of this game. All right. Jambi is pushing hard, and there's really, really good resistance there. Getting hit by Jambi is a lot like running into a brick wall. So, honestly, to be able to hold her that long is very impressive. All right. So, another thing I don't know if you know much about. So, when they stop or they go no pack, so the pack has to be within 10 feet of itself. So, if they get too far, the ref will go no pack, and the people in the front have to stop, and the people in the back have to run up to remake the pack.
Well,
so
there's a lot to remember.
There is, yeah.
Getting me on skates is just going to be the first thing.
Well, that's the first thing is like we teach you to skate first.
Yes.
And then like you learn everything else later.
And you're still accepting people to come and try it out, come and check it out. And then the different levels of experience, and you work your way in. And
so we actually have a new recruits night at Starskate Midwest City on August 19th. So if you're interested, come on out. Come meet us. You can watch some of our scrimmage. We scrimmage every Monday night. You can watch some of our Monday night scrimmage and answer some questions, learn about the new recruit class, which is on Sunday mornings, and just kind of see if it's for you. But yeah, we start off by teaching you to skate, and you kind of learn the rules of Derby by being a non-skating official first. So a lot of our non-skating officials are like newer skaters, or several of them are. So you kind of learn the rules, not on skates first, while you're learning to skate. And then later on, you can like apply that to skating. But no, learning to skate's the first priority. And like a lot of people don't come in like already knowing how to skate. Some do, but a lot don't.
And that's the key. So you don't have to feel intimidated by it. You'll get taught from start to finish.
Oh, yeah. You get taught from the ground up.
That's right.
Like, we don't assume you know anything. So, yeah. And we're always excited to have more friends to skate with. Always. All right. We have Whip Sass on the inside there. Hoity Toity getting a little boost there from E-Bomb. And she did a little spin move. That was beautiful. To get out from JK. All right. Woody's coming in for a scoring pass. JK's on the out. She's going to go past Murky Dismal. It's like JK was going to try to catch, and then sometimes you'll try to catch like that, and then you're like, I can't do it. And you're like, Like, there's a certain point, I feel like, where, like, trying to run past jammer is kind of pointless. Like, it's futile at that point. You're like, okay. Okay, I'm not going to catch her. Yeah, that was a good run for Woody Toity. It was 7 points for the Lightning Quads, who are still chipping away at this lead from the Outlaws.
Just when you think, yeah.
Just when you think. And they still have 16 minutes, so really anything could happen in those next 16 minutes.
Yeah, because we're just now approaching the halfway mark of the second half.
Yes, exactly. So anything can happen. It's anyone's game. And I think that is delightful. All right, we are having some runbacks here. We got Trangela Lansbury. Up here, we got Childish Gambino up at the front, fighting through this pack. Once again, shout out to this defense. Like, we're still under the century mark, and that is almost entirely due to how strong these defensive walls have been. Childish Gambino is out. She is our lead jammer, and the dude is taking a pass from Trangela Lansbury. Oh, never mind. Trangela is still the jammer, and she is now going to the box. And you could hear, well, I could hear Dr. Math, the referee, yell, Purple 6'9", you are still the pivot. And he's like, oh, okay, and he dropped it. And Trangela picked it up on her way over, I believe, yeah. So Trangela has the jammer cover again, and she is in the box. I don't know if by any chance she passed it like as she got a penalty or as it was called. That could have happened, or there could have been something else. Like, there are definitely a lot of rules to like what makes a legal pass, but I also am not a jammer.
Well versed in it, okay.
Yeah, I'm not like. It's not that I'm not well versed in it. It's that I don't have to do it. Like, I'm not a jammer, and I don't often pivot, so it's not something I often do. Yeah, I'm not super well versed in that. It's a cute little spin move from Trangela Lansbury, and we're calling it off. So we now have passed the century mark. The Outlaws with 104 to the Lightning Quads 84 points. Once again, still anybody's game. This is 20 points, 107 for the Outlaws. My bad. Still anyone's game.
At one point, Outlaws were up by 30, and then they were only up by like 5 or something.
So the Lightning Quads have been chipping away at this lead. This is a great game. We got Lord Farquaad and her mustache back up, and Lethal Whippin'. And Lethal Whippin' is fighting through that wall up front. Our lead jammer is going to be Lord Farquaad. And I'm still seeing, Lethal Whippin' is out. And she is looking to make Lord call it off. And call it off she does. All right, next up we've got the Dude and Crypto. Everyone's played very good games tonight, honestly. But these are both very, like, dynamic, powerful jammers, so they're fun to watch. All right, Crypto's making a run up front, and he is out. He kind of jumped kind of like around E-Bomb, which was pretty cool. And so now the Dude is also out. The Dude, once again, very good at kind of speeding up and forcing that call off. So we're going to see Crypto go through and call it off. I'm going to guess Crypto didn't get all of his points. Okay, he got 2. That's probably what I would have guessed. So we now have 84 to 113 Outlaws.
I noticed the first match when we got down, maybe the 5-minute mark, the fatigue, you could really start seeing it set in. But I've not seen that yet. I mean, the intensity has been pretty stable, and the rotation of players have been pretty good too.
Yeah, I think part of part of it is that there is a slightly deeper roster here, which does help. There's a slightly deeper roster, and also I think we're not quite at the 5-minute mark. But no, this has been pretty clean. I feel like a lot of times if one team has already played, it seems a little bit, like the second game always seems a little bit messy, but this has been a very good game. And so Lord Farquaad is going back in. This is a 2-minute jam, so we don't have any lead jammers here. So that was a beautiful little apex jump from Lord, who has another minute to go here. Woity Toity's in the box. So Lord has a 2-minute jam, and she's got time to just make those laps. Woity's standing, so Lord has about 10 seconds left. She cannot call it. She is not lead jammer. And I guess she did not realize that. So you could see she was trying to call it off before Woity got back on track. And she looked over and she's like, oh, I'm not lead jammer. So she can't call it off. And that'll happen sometimes. And the interesting part is when it happens and the jammer's so confident, they'll call it off and then leave and not wait for the whistle.
Wow.
I've definitely seen that happen where they're so confident their lead, they just call it off and I'm done. And it's and the jam's still going on around them. Yeah. In this case, Lord didn't do that. She just tried to call it off. And it was like, oh, I can't do that. Whoops. Okay. Now the jam comes to its natural conclusion. All right, we've got under 10 minutes left in this game. 94 Lightning Quads, 129 Outlaws. We've got 9 minutes left, so we'll probably have 5 more jams, maybe 4 or 5. Probably 5. I could be wrong. All right, we've got Childish Gambino up here, and we've got Trangela Lansbury. Trangela Lansbury being led back by Sharpie Marker. And Childish Gambino is our lead jammer. Trangela Lansbury still fighting here. A pretty strong wall of Outlaws players.
Now, the official that watches the jammer, are they the one that keep the points of how many hips,
yes.
How many points is scored?
So the official, the jam refs are also the people that hold up the points.
Okay.
So after every pass, you'll see them with their hands up, and they will be showing the points. And that's to communicate with the scorekeepers at the table over there.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're the person that keeps track of the points and watches the jammer at all times, even when they're in the box. So if, the jammer's in the box, the jam ref will just sit there and stare at the box until the jammer leaves the box. Yeah, their job is to watch the jammer. Watch the jammer, keep track of the jammer's points. I know some refs will, behind their back, they'll, count down. So if they see him pass one hip, they'll put one finger out, and that's kind of how they keep track. Yeah. All right, Lethal Whippin is now our lead jammer. Whip Sass still fighting through this pack. Lethal Whippin getting her 4 points. So you can see the jammer right there has the 4 up, and that is how you know she got 4 points.
See that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Whipsass is out of the pack, and Lethal Weapon's calling it off. So Lightning Quads now past that century mark. They have 102 points to the Outlaws 135. All right, we have the Dude and Childish Gambino up here. Childish Gambino running up the inside line, pushing real hard on those blockers there. And she is going to be out. And I think they also went past the zone of engagement, so they kind of had to let go. We have the Dude still fighting here. The strong Outlaws block wall. And Childish Gambino on a scoring pass with a really great wall of lovely people. Two of these people already played tonight with the Wolfpack, Sheer Illusion and E-Bomb, 4-5 and 8-5. And the Dude is out of his that might have been out of his initial. And yeah, Childish Gambino is going to call it off before the Dude gets any points.
Just knowing where your opponent is on the track and then knowing when you can stop it.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, no, it's
court
it's
awareness.
Nice. Yeah, no, track awareness is a big thing. I mean, to be fair, if you're gonna call it, your coach is probably also yelling, "Call it!"
Right. I got you. You're getting a little help, yeah.
You're getting a little help, and oftentimes at like competitive games and stuff, if there's like a full coaching staff, they'll have someone third base coach, and so they'll probably stand like around here. They'll stand like on a different side, and they'll relay the messages from the bench to a different part of the track so you can hear. All right, Whitey Tweety's our lead jammer. And she is going to call it. Yep, you can hear now they were yelling call it at her because Whoops Ass was coming up. All right, we've got Childish Gambino once again. And we also have Tringel Lansbury. Also, just a shout out, we also have a juniors league. And Childish Gambino, number 3-5 in the green, actually played juniors roller derby. So she grew up playing roller derby and then came back to it as an adult. So like if you're ages 7 to 17, you can play derby. And it's super fun. The kids are great. So yeah.
Seeing the future, and,
yeah,
getting
it's the
them
future of derby.
That's right.
Get them ready. Baja Blaster on Lightning Quads 3-2 also played juniors derby. She played here, actually juniors derby here. So yeah, that's awesome.
Not really calling it like I know it, but a 142-107 lead with 3.5 to go. Looks like there could be the upset of the whole derby, the home champion.
Of the whole championship.
The Outlaws that came from third place, having to win and then come back here and
win
beat
again. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Lightning Quads for the bragging rights in the home championship.
Yeah, Outlaws might be the winner here. Which, that means the Lightning Quads have been talking a lot of crap, so.
Right.
No, they can't do that anymore. They lose here.
Of course, it's not over yet, but man, the time is starting to dissipate.
Time is ticking down. And this lead is still like pretty close, but there's only so much time.
Right.
There's only you need time to make up the lead, and
Sure.
they don't have a lot of time left.
Right.
We'll probably get maybe 2 jams out of this. So we'll see. But I think either way, it's been a great game. Lots of great derby happening here. So we've got Crypto. Oh, that is going to be an official timeout.
Timeout.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think
I don't
he's
know.
discussing?
I'm not sure. I don't know. They're also communicating with their jam timer, so I don't know. All right, that was a fast official timeout.
Okay.
All right. Okay, the dude is our lead jammer. And we have approximately one Outlaws blocker on the track right now. Baja Blaster number 32 is alone. So when that happens, like,
wow,
you're going to probably see her just kind of try her best.
Yeah.
But number 6, JK, is coming up to join her. So she will have a friend here in a sec. But, yeah, she's like, I don't know what. Yeah, at that point, you just kind of wreak havoc a little bit and wait for your other people to show up, which is kind of what she's. Oh, that was some pretty good individual blocking. That was great. But now there are more blockers on the track, so she's not all alone anymore. Yeah, no, that's always so awkward, though, when you look around and you realize you're the only blocker, and you're like, oh, no. Oh, no, what do I do? And she did some really good blocking on the dude there, so that was awesome.
So with it at a minute right now, and they get started,
yes.
This will be the final jam then
I
here? 2 minutes?
would think this will be the final jam.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. I don't see there being another jam after this. All right, so going into what might be the final jam, Lightning Quads 119, Outlaws 146. We got Lloydie Toity and Lord Farquaad. Lloydie Toity is our lead jammer. And Lord is out. Lloydie Toity through the pack, and she is going. Oh, she's going to call it on the ground. So we technically have 18 seconds left on the clock. Okay, there's a team timeout. So they're calling the timeout.
And who called the timeout?
That was,
Lightning Quads?
I believe that was the Lightning Quads, yes.
They took a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What the is Orange Theory? It's like having a personal trainer in a group setting, but it's better experienced than explained. Try us for 30 days. Love it or your money back.
I'm kind of looking at
All right, so we are going to have, it looks like, one more jam. And everyone's chanting for their team here. We got Childish Gambino and Trangela Lansbury up here for the final jam of the game. And they are, there's a strong wall there. Jambi's fighting in the front. Jambi is our lead jammer, but they are right on each other. And they are, yeah, they're telling Jambi to call it, so we'll see what Jambi's going to do. But they're kind of blocking each other, playing around, and there she goes. She calls it off. All right, so our unofficial score right now is Lightning Quads 123, Outlaws 146. So right now it looks like this is an Outlaws victory.
And what you said, because I didn't know coming in that they were in the third place.
Yeah, they were. They had
position.
Lost.
They had already lost earlier.
They had lost earlier this season to both Lightning Quads and Wolfpack. So this is awesome. Good for them.
And what does it take to get the official score?
So I think official score is just like everyone checking their paperwork. So everyone over here on the score table. Yeah, so it's mostly just making sure everyone aligns, agrees.
So there's your winners, the Outlaws, coming out of the
Outlaws.
Congratulations on a great come from behind tournament.
Yeah, and an awesome 2 games because the Outlaws played not fresh. They were doing so good.
Well, we want to thank our fine sponsors. Tonight's live stream brought to you by the wonderful friends at Humankind Hospitality Services, family of restaurants and bars. Of course, go visit them, Humankind Hospitality, where you're all humankind serving humankind. And Orange Theory Fitness. Orange Theory Fitness, 1-hour full-body group workout focusing on heart rate-based training. Workout is based on science and tracking the latest technology. 1,500 locations across the U.S. You're closer to achieving your fitness goals than you think. Visit orangetheory.com today for more information. Well, it was a pleasure having you up here, and a great season. Here. And, of course, we'll be back hopefully next season for Twister Derby, Roller Derby right here at the Arctic Edge Arena in Edmond, Oklahoma. You've been watching another presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.